I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The winding road to the Super Bowl continues here in the divisional round, where two teams look to take another step towards the Super Bowl. It's the Giants going up against the Seahawks. So with kickoff approaching, let's send it over to our commentators here this afternoon, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thank you. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the New York Giants and the Seattle Seahawks. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. They go play action here on first down. He's got time. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. And how about this wide receiving core, Charles?
Well, I was at the hotel watching a little film, and you popped your head in and said, these receivers are pretty good from what I can tell. You're exactly right. Can't wait to see them do their thing out on the field.
So 2nd and 10 here. Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On 3rd and long, it's Manning. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jaron Reed in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Now it's Lockett. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Finding time. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
To Shepard, complete over the middle. And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the first down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning. And then it's about execution. So put it all together in practice.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cliff Averill in there for the 20th time this year as he continues what could be a record-setting season. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brandon, with the last couple of plays for the offense not being good at all, my thought process as a coordinator, get the ball in the hands of my best player and see if I can salvage anything out of this drive.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. From the gun on 3rd down, Manning going up top. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out.
And this throw will be it, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. A great read, and it's picked off. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. Throwing is Wilson. The grab made by Kearse over the middle. It's a gain of 21 that time. And it's good enough for a Seattle first. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And now a first down following that long gain.
A really nice read by the offense. They caught the defense not covering the middle of the field, went to the post route, and found the receiver wide open for a nice gain.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Will tie the intended receiver, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. And a look at Seattle's defense.
When you say the name Richard Sherman, you get a wide variety of reactions. All I know is that when I watch him play, very few false steps, and excellent understanding of what offenses are trying to do.
They'll run the option left. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
I do know that owners, when they watch their quarterbacks run with the football, they usually hold their breath because that's the franchise. But when you're getting that kind of a gain, hard to argue against calling it.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. It's caught. Shepard. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Throwing on first down is Manning. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. 26 yards on the pickup there. And it's first down, New York.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. On first down, Manning looking for Cruz, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And this offense often hinges on one of the best tight ends in the league, and that's Jimmy Graham.
I think he made up for lost time when he got to the NFL because in college, he was mainly a basketball player, a defender who couldn't score. Now he's flipped it around in the NFL. He every time he touches the ball, he's a threat to score.
And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
They give him 15 more, and it's another first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
It's caught on the left side by Kurz. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down. Wilson will throw again. And this is caught by Kurz. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. First down, this is Rawls. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. Another pistol look here on second down. Rawls. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
On third down, Wilson. And it's a Seattle Seahawks touchdown. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run, making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle. No running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken near the 13. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The New York set to take the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And the D looking like they may blitz. Shift together here from the D-line. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cliff Averill In there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards gets him back near the original line of scrimmage as they'll be left with a 3rd and long.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Offense needs 11. Have to think pass here on 3rd down. Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. And he's got Will Tye complete. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that 3rd down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a 1st down.
3rd time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on 3rd, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Partner, that defensive win reminds me of something a coach of mine used to say all the time. If you really want it, you'll find a way to go get it. And the defense did exactly that.
2nd down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. They'll run again now with Darkwan. And there's a flag on the field. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. And he motions the wide receiver. Into the red zone now. Manning out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. 1:57 to go in this 1st half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Here we go. 1-9.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to pick up the 1st. before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They come out here in the I. From the 4-yard line, it's 1st and goal now. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Second down, the ball on the 2 here, 2nd and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Will Johnson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants are in for 6. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And with the new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And he'll get this up past the 25. And Larry apparently very brief in his report. Thanks anyway, my man, as we're already set for action. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Graham slotted out to the left. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Good throw, good catch, and the post route successful for the offense.
Really difficult on the defender. He got moved out of the middle of the field and tried to scramble to recover, but it was too late to stop the completion.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Here's Wilson. Complete outright to Kurz. It goes as a gain of 8 that moves the chains.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Jimmy Graham hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Play clock winding down. And there's a flag on the play. They'll try it again now after the 5-yard walk-off. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This is taken near the 13. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And now they're in the hurry-up.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on third down. From the gun on third down, Manning dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Here's Brad Wing now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Returnable for Lockett. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. It's complete to Lockett. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And that'll be good for a Seattle first down. They'll come out in the pistol. Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in the old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running backs quicker than ever before.
To throw is Wilson. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to have a third down.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that. But a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves, which you'd wear in the diving, but they would split too easily in the course of a game. Then the glove manufacturers got smart and started adding to it. And here we are today.
He was looking for Thomas Rawls there. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. On 3rd down, Wilson. He's got Curse. And he's brought down after a good gain. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. Now the fourth-year man from Texas A&M, Christine Michael. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Two receivers left, one to the right. Wilson, he's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Call it a pickup of 7, and just like that, it's third down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field. Partner, that's another short run there, and I think the easy thing is to look at him right now and say, let's get away from him entirely. Let's start throwing the football, but I don't think you ever entirely abandon the run. It helps set a tone for the game for you, keeps your offensive linemen feeling good about themselves, and it actually tamps down a defense's pressure because if you just throw it all the time, it's going to tee off to the pass rush.
And now here's a sneak, maybe looking to run a little time. Give him 2 yards on that play, and the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a first and goal.
Oh, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense.
On the carry, Michael. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. It's a gain of 1 yard, and it'll set up second and goal. A long drive here. Play 12 coming up for the offense.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Kristen Michael, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. And he puts it through. Now to send this one away following the score. Now White on the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. New York set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Orleans Darkwa with his 16th touchdown of the year. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now Wilson. They set up the screen to Rawls. And he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. They go play action here on first down. Deep drop. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Giant territory. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And here now it's second and goal, ball on the 7-yard line. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll make it third and goal.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now, New York set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got to a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And they're definitely showing blitz here. Manning is going to find his running back. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They come out here in the eye. Here's a give to the fullback. That's Johnson. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And at this stage in the game, every play is magnified here as we get down to the nitty-gritty. Manning to throw on 2nd down. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Hitting the home stretch here in a great game, a tie game. Let's see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back. Now Wilson, complete outright to Kurtz. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. Now it's Wilson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. A pressure spot now for a guy who's been here before, and that's Stephen Hauschka. This for the lead in the final stages. And Hauschka's kick is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. And now then, it's a big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth. But, Charles, there is still time left for a final drive.
Brandon, you know they would have liked to take the clock down just a little bit further, at least under a minute or so, but this was not over yet, especially since they just need a field goal.
New York set to take the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Cliff Averill in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
And following that penalty, the offense really backed up now on third down. They'll look to throw. And he's got Will Tye complete. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. 15 yards there on the scramble and a first down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. He's back to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It'll be their third and final timeout. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Penalty marker is down here. And his kick is absolutely perfect. But there is a penalty marker down. They might be forced to try this one again. And an overtime playoff game, but the rules, they stay the same as they did in the regular season.
That's exactly right. Whoever scores first, unless it's a touchdown, the other team has a chance to match. That's how it really gets played out. But remember this, no matter how far we go in overtime, in the regular season, there was only one period. Here, we're going to go until we have a winner.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Again, we'll see the pistol here. A 10th carry for Thomas Rawls. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
A bullet throw, but incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Here's John Ryan now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. And a big face mask penalty here, 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And now Manning wants to talk this over. He's going to take a timeout. They'll be left with 2 remaining here in this overtime session. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Another pistol look here. On the run, Darkwa. And he'll go down at the 28. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 left here in overtime. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. He made his first attempt, this from 45. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. Well, one side moves on, and then, of course, there's the other side, and now they face what they don't want to face, and that's the offseason.
Think about the journey just getting to this game. Preseason, right? The OTAs and mini camps before that. Going through the regular season, fighting and scratching and clawing to make it to the playoffs. And then to get to this game, 1 game short of a conference championship, they'll have the whole offseason to think about it. Let's see if they use it as motivation.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Seattle, so long, everybody.